All right, first and foremost, we give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone who rule well and who is worthy to be counted for double honors. And peace and salutations to you brothers out there pushing this truth wholeheartedly and sincerely and for love of the gospel. It's the brother Gabaria from Indiana camp. Come back again, one of the sit down. I think I'm entitled this sit down. Esau is not to be trusted. All right, and throughout the years and throughout his entire existence, he shows you time after time that he shouldn't be trusted. All right, but yeah, you have Jake, and you have the so-called Israelite tribes out here still trusting this man. All right, still putting their still relying on him for certain things that it needs, and it's gonna be their downfall. It's gonna do more harm than good in the end outcome. All right, so without further ado, I'm gonna hop straight into the scriptures, man. This is Revelations chapter 13 and verse 11. It says, "And I beheld another beast came up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon." All right, see, so this basically Revelations the 13th chapter is really talking about basically the revival of the Roman Empire. All right, when it goes into the beast and it goes into the image of the beast, and when it goes into the mark of the beast, it's basically talking about America being that revival of the Roman Empire. All right, because it says that beast, his deadly wound was healed. All right, and how was his deadly wound healed is when America came back up when Esau came back into power through the Renaissance. All right, that's basically when Esau got once Esau had basically been brought down for that 1,000 years. It talks about in Revelations the 20th chapter. But then they came back into power through the Renaissance. All right, it was prophesied that it was going to be they was going to be bound in the bottomless pit for about 1,000 years, and then they'll be loose for a little season. Right now we're in that little season. Okay, so right now what Rome's deadly wound has been healed, and he has came back as Americans, or so-called white people, or Caucasian people, whatever trait he goes by. But really, to be honest, he's the Romans, he's the Greeks, he's Esau Edom, But it says he had two horns like a lamb, and that two horns, and goes back into the Roman. In Rome, you had two classes of people called how do you say it? I always kind of get it. It's kind of a tongue twister for me. If I pronounce it wrong, you can look it up. You can just go to Google and look. They start with two P words. It's the plebeians and the plesians and I want to say plebeians for some reason, but the plesians. Anyways, I'm gonna just keep going. Anyways, just look it up. Go to Google. Type in the two classes of Rome. But basically, the revival of those now is basically the Democrats and the Republicans. All right. The Republicans is basically supposed to represent the rich and the wealthy and the well-off, and the Democrats mostly represents the poor. That's his two horns, and it says when he spake as a dragon, he says what? Because he has the draconian laws that he has set forth. If you read Rex 84 and all the types of bills that he has that's gonna eventually be passed, man, you're gonna see how deadly and how this man shouldn't be trusted. All right. So, what I was gonna say, this is Revelation chapter 6 and verse 4. It says, "And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given unto him that sat upon to take peace from the earth." See, so what was that red horse representing? Esau Edom, man. All right, that red horse is representing a so-called white man. All right, and it says what it was power was given unto him to take peace from the earth. All right, so why would you put your trust in a man who was literally designed to take peace from you? It says what the thief come in, but to kill what is it? The thief cometh not but to kill, steal, and destroy. You know. So if that's what this man is designed to do, why would you put your trust into a guy like that? You seem more like the fool than he does, because he's doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing, and then you're acting all shocked and all at wonder when he does exactly the thing he was created to do. All right. Would you let a pedosexual watch your children? And then as soon as he does something to your children, you want to act all shocked and what? How could he? Well, look what the person you left him with. You know, would you leave somebody who was known to abuse animals to dog sit or watch your cat or watch your dog or whatever, and then get surprised when it comes to find out that he was actually beating your animal? You know, so it shouldn't be a shocking that this man that you put your trust in, he shows you throughout history what he is not to be trusted. You know, and when I say, how does people put their trust in him? What, they rely on the government? Matter of fact, my children's mother, she's always talking about like, oh well, yeah, if you ever act up, if you ever did this, I'll be quick to call CPS, or I'm gonna call the cops. Every chance she gets, she'll threaten me to call the cops or call, well, they're gonna take your kids or whatever. And I literally have to tell her, like, listen, you keep saying that because you think I'm not capable of taking. Now, I'm not trying to make this video about me or whatever, trying to vent about the situation I got going on or whatever. But all I'm saying is, every time she basically says this, I always call her out on it. I'm like, listen, you always say that I'm not responsible enough. I don't have the responsibilities to take care of my children, because you always want to nitpick and you zero down on me with a scope, thinking that the CPS is gonna come and get it. Do you understand that? When the kids go into the system, do you really think they're going to take care of the child and love the child more than its own parent? No, they don't look at that child like it's one of theirs. They look at that child like it's a paycheck, and they're trying to push it off to the next family they get. They don't sit there and actually love the child and try to find the best possible house for it and get it into look at the orphan homes, man. You know, look how they'll push a child off into anybody. They'll give your child to a house full of moles, you know? So the state really don't care about your child like the way you care about them. But she thinks in her mind that, that Esau and the government is going to save the world. Like any problem she got, she can just rely on the benefits that the government's going to give her. She can rely on the police, you know. So, and she's not the only one like that. My children's mother is not the only one like that. It's a lot of you women and a lot of you men out there that just completely reliant on the government, man. Relying on Esau Edom on everything, you know. If they say, oh, listen, take this little juicy juice and you'll be fine, you'll be in 100% health, you'll be the first one in line. You know, they're gonna tell you to take the RFID. So man, hey, it's a lot of you people, man. A lot of you how can I say? A lot of you jakes are gonna get in worse predicaments for relying on this man. All right. Let me read this over. This is Revelation chapter 6 and verse 4. It says, and there went out a horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword. See? And the scripture says, what about that great sword? Let me see. Can I get this right quick? Bear with me. This Romans chapter 13 and verse 4, it says, for he is the minister of God to thee for good, but if thou do for he is the minister of God to thee for good, but if thou do that which is evil, be afraid, for he beareth not the sword in vain, for he is the minister of God and revenger to execute wrath upon him that doeth evil. See, so basically what Esau Edom, what blessing was the sword. And the scripture says what? He beareth not the sword in vain, man. All right. So that sword was given unto him for what? To take peace from the earth. The scripture right here says what? But if thou do that which is evil, be afraid, for he beareth not the sword in vain. For he is the minister of God and a revenger to execute justice. So he's basically the Lord's whooping stick, so to speak, you know? Let me see. Can I start up? Let's be subject to high price. Yeah, so yeah, that sword that he bears, that sword that Esau Edom was blessed with, he doesn't bear. He doesn't have it for no reason. You know, any chance he get, he's gonna use. You know. So what? So when Esau Edom goes out here and makes these laws and people gonna buck up, he's actually thriving on it. He's actually mouth watering. He can't wait to get his hands on you people. You know, he can't wait. Matter of fact. This is Revelation 12 and 12. Well, I knew this. I don't know why I typed it in. This 12 and 12, it says, therefore, rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell therein. Woe to the habitators of the earth and the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth he have but a short time. See, so what? Esau's going to be coming down with great wrath and on because he has a short time, man. All right, so it's gonna be an all or nothing. It's gonna be, hey, listen, if I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna go out with a bang, you know. And it's really not him; it's really the Lord, you know. Because as soon as Esau thinking that he's getting things done, thinking he's getting his agenda, his thing is accomplished, what, you gonna have the Lord right there to stop him in his tracks, you know, stop his momentum. Because he's gonna be right there thinking that he's gonna have everything sealed, but then the Lord's gonna strike him through, man, you know. So by us men knowing that, and by us telling you people that, which one does it seem like rightly should you have your money on? If you ask me, it's the Lord. Because if you got your money on this earthly, if you got your thing on this earthly things that you can see, if you got your money on him, thinking that, oh yeah, man, I'm with Esau Edom. I think he gonna be the end all be all. Then you have a rude awakening coming up. Scripture talks about in fact, let me grab that one. Scripture talks about how is it 14 or 3, 4 or 14? It might be 1 Corinthians. Scripture talks about, man, the things that we see are temporal, man. It's temporary. You know? Second Corinthians. $14, $16, okay. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and 18. It says, while we look not at the things which are seen, but the things that are not seen. See, so what? The kingdom of heaven, what? Yahweh Bashem Yahshua's kingdom, Yahweh Bashem Yahshua's rulership, his angels, his protection. That's all the things that are not seen. Yet there is, but that's the things we look forward to. So all the things that are seen, you know, all the things that we see in the earth, that we see day by day, money, the way of life in this present world, man. We don't look at it like that as salvation, man. We don't look at that as far as to save us, because we understand what the higher being is what it says what the Lord is an invisible God. You know, I hope I said that right. Hold on, let me. Yeah, invisible God. It says, who is the image of the invisible God, the firstborn of every creature. You know? So yeah, man. So we don't understand what the Lord is the invisible God. So what? Everything that we hoping for is not seen. And that's the thing that you should be hoping for. I'm going to go back to this 2 Corinthians 14. It's like I keep saying 14. 2 Corinthians 4, it says, while we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporary or temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. Why? Because what? When they come, they're going to be here forever. All right? The things that you see, all this stuff is going to be burnt up. All this stuff that you see is going to be melted with fervent heat, you know? And the things that you don't see, those things are going to be eternal. Those things are going to last forever. All right? So Esau Edom kingdom, what? It's going to be put down. And the kingdom of heaven is going to be forever, you know? So by us knowing that, again, by us knowing that, who should you have your money on? It's a no-brainer, man. It's Yahweh Bashim Yahshua, the Lord of Lords himself, the King of Kings, you know? But if you sit here knowing this, especially if you was in the truth and you fell out, you sit here knowing the end outcome, and you how can I say, still trying to function in society. Now, I'm not saying, when I say function in society, I'm talking about trying to thrive, trying to actually think Esau is for your betterment. All right. If you actually think Esau is for your betterment, then you got a couple screws loose upstairs, man. All the lights ain't upstairs. All the lights ain't turned on upstairs. All right. If you actually think Esau is for your betterment, he is for your destruction. He wants nothing but for your destruction. He wants to see your downfall. And guess what? That's who he is. That's embedded into him. It doesn't matter how much convincing, how much time you give him. He was like that. He was like that from the creation of earth. All right. And he has not changed, not one jot nor tittle. He hasn't changed. He hasn't changed not an ounce. You know. Matter of fact, I can't end it without getting this. This is Sirach, chapter 12 and verse 10. It says, "Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust has not been altogether wiped away." See, man, so what? You shouldn't even be trusting this man. Everything this man says, take it with a grain of salt. Everything this man do, you should look at it twice. Matter of fact, the scripture says what he does. He doesn't even do anything by everything he does. Matter of fact, let me get it. He's not even good to himself, and if he does do good to himself, he do it by a misfault. He accidentally meant to do good. Papa Kashai, bear with me for a minute. Here it is right here. This is Sirach chapter 14, verse 6. It says, "There is none worse than he that envieth himself, and which he is an envy proud demon," man. It says, "And there is a recompense of his wickedness. If he doeth good, he doeth it unwillingly, and at the last he would declare his wickedness. The envious man hath a wicked eye, he turneth away his face, and despise men." See, so man, what it says, man, what if he doeth good, he doeth unwillingly. All right. So anytime this man actually seems like he's doing some good, best believe that wasn't the end outcome. That wasn't the goal. That wasn't the goal of the duty. You know, that wasn't the how can I say that wasn't the goal, man. That wasn't the job he intended to do. So by us knowing this, by us knowing that he set up for your downfall, should you actually really trust this man? Should you actually put your trust into him? The answer is no, man. All right. The answer the answer is no, and it will forever be no. All right. And to Israel get that through their thick skull, which, you know, it don't matter if they get it or not. The Lord gonna make sure they get it. By what? Thermonuclear missiles, man. By Esau putting his foot so far up Israel's ass, then what? In the kingdom of heaven, they gonna know not to ever trust this man again. All right. So, Lord willing, I hope this video is edifying. I hope this video is edifying. Until next time, I'll say shalom.